lots of fun. Superbook fell off a shelf, look what they've done. When it hit the computer, all they were surprised. Superbook got programmed in, now it's computerized. Now it's computerized. Superbook, take a look. Superbook, Superbook, we've got to look. Superbook. It shows us all the places that we want to go and look. Superbook. Superbook. Superbook.
Our story for today
is all about dreams.
In the house just down the street and around the corner, Chris and Joy have tuned the computer to ancient Egypt.
Look, Chris! There's Gizmo and Yuri. They've made the trip to Egypt safely. Hope they find Ruffles.
Where's your cousin?
Hi.
He was with you, I surmised.
He was here, but he left.
He's impossible to keep tabs on. But what about you?
Me?
You. Be a good boy and come out in the back and help me do some weeding right away.
I'm busy. I'll help you, Professor.
How sweet of you. Thanks. Come, Christopher.
Boy, weeding's a drag. I can't get this weed to budge. Pull hard.
Come on, Christopher. Stop complaining.
Huh?
How very strange.
You see, Father, you can't pull a weed either. Why don't we also pull? Okay. All in together now.
Clamshells. Believe it or not, if there are clamshells here, it must mean that this was an ocean once.
Those are seashells?
Yes, indeed.
Our yard was under the water once?
Yes, I found these clams to prove it. We've made a remarkable discovery.
Huh? Hey.
What a fantastic contribution to science this'll be.
Hello, dear. Thank you, Fred. There.
But this all isn't for garbage.
Oh, wasn't it for clamshells, dear? But I always throw the shells here.
Hurry, Chris. Right. I'll see if Yuri is still in ancient Egypt. Hope he found Ruffles. I hope he's coming home soon. Before Mother and Father miss him and ask us where he is. Because if they find out, it's me who'll get blamed. Well, after all, you were helping him to go rescue Ruffles. And I watch him carefully. Look! What? Wow, what do you think of that palace? It's beautiful.
Joseph?
Yes, sir?
Here, mind my cows for a while.
Oh, yes, Alva.
I'm off to town to enjoy myself.
You've been taking quite a lot of time off from work. Aren't you afraid our master Potiphar's going to find out about it sooner or later?
You're Potiphar's slave, but I'm not.
We must have landed in Egypt, Master. That could be the palace of the Pharaoh. Oh, what does that remind me of? Oh, right. While we slept. What a dream I had. What was it about? Ruffles. I will give you my interpretation of your dream about Ruffles.
It signifies that we will find Ruffles in the Pharaoh's palace.
Oh, what I dreamed really could have happened?
It was merely wishful thinking,
Oh,
but it is worth having a look.
I believe you.
Alva, you've been shirking your work to go off and play, and that's irresponsible. If you're not willing to do your work, you must leave.
Potiphar!
Oh, Selma.
Wait! How dare you be so mean to my own brother?
Wife, even though Alva's your brother, I expected him to do his job faithfully. We mustn't be unfair to our workmen who do.
You mean Joseph, isn't that right?
I don't need a worker like Alva when I have Joseph.
Joseph's only a slave you bought from Ishmaelite traders.
That may be true, but he's a better man than your lazy brother.
That is a matter of opinion. One of these days you'll find out what a mistake you've made. Brother, come.
Excuse me.
I told Potiphar he should make you his overseer, but he wouldn't listen to me. Joseph's the one he wants, my husband's little pet. Listen, Alva, we've got to find a way to get rid of Joseph. Do you agree?
Yes, but I don't know how.
Wait a minute, I've thought of a wonderful idea. We'll be rid of him by tomorrow.
But we've got to be careful not to make Potiphar angry.
Make up your mind if you're man or mouse, little brother. Once Joseph's out of the way, I'll make Potiphar give you his old job, and he'll see you're better than Joseph.
I don't know.
What a pleasure to hear my husband admit his mistake.
It's me, Joseph. Want something cool to drink, Master?
My wife's brother is a troublemaker.
Master, may I speak?
Yes?
Master, I think he resents that I've been in charge of managing your livestock and pastures in place of him, although he's your relative.
I wouldn't trust him with your job. I'm sure you know as well as I do how unreliable Alva can be.
Well,
I am aware that you've had to do his work for him, so leave this problem to me, Joseph, and go to bed now and get some rest.
yes, sir.
Potiphar! Potiphar!
Selma, what's the matter?
When I got up my money, it all disappeared. Someone came and took the money out of my chamber.
Do you mean a robber? What's this?
Come on, get in there.
Don't!
There's your
No.
thief. Isn't this yours? I found it in his room.
Yes, that's my money.
I thought so.
Well, it seems Joseph's guilty. How dare you rob me after the way my husband trusted you?
I was mistaken.
Wait, Master, I promise you that I did not do it. Please, sir, I'm innocent.
Naturally, he's going to fib about it. You don't believe Joseph instead of me, do you, husband? You can't. After all, I'm your wife, while he's merely a slave you purchased.
Selma couldn't be lying. But you, what a traitor you've been, Joseph.
No, I'm not a traitor. Please, let me have some time, and I'll prove it.
Will you be quiet? Selma told me you weren't trustworthy. Alva, put him in the dungeon and lock him up at once.
No, Master, not that.
Go on, Alva.
Huh? Oh. All right, let's go.
But I'm not guilty.
Joseph was locked in a dark dungeon where prisoners of the Pharaoh were also kept. He prayed to God to bear him up in his misfortune.
Dear Lord in heaven, give me the faith to believe that wrong shall be turned to right.
Although falsely accused, Joseph did not despair, for the Lord was with him. He'd been taught to rely on the Lord by his father Jacob. His faith had remained strong through all his troubles, even when his brothers had turned against him and sold him into slavery.
Lord.
No! Please, brothers! Let me go! I want to go home to my father and Benjamin!
long time since that happened. My brother Benjamin must be a man by now. And Father, I hope he's still alive. How I long to see them someday.
Get in there!
Are you all right? Why have you been put in prison? I recognize you. You're servants of the Pharaoh.
You're right. I'm chief butler for the Pharaoh, but he's mad at me for some strange reason.
Yes, and I was chief of all the bakers, but it seems as if he's angry at me, too. So he put us both in prison.
What made him so angry?
I'm not sure, but Gomer said he was upset that his breakfast wasn't warm. He likes things hot.
Real hot, but that's where I went wrong. When I served him hot grape juice, he was mad. Oh. Excuse me, I was just wondering what you've been put in here for.
My name is Joseph, and I was in charge of Potiphar's livestock and property. But one day, my master's wife accused me of stealing her money, which I didn't do, but the master put me in prison.
Potiphar treated you unfairly, Joseph, just as the Pharaoh did us.
Guess you must feel dejected.
Not really. Being locked up in this prison's pretty awful. But I'm sure the Lord will help us if we have faith.
What?
How could you possibly believe in God after what's happened? You're a fool.
You haven't eaten a bite, Gomer. Something wrong?
Well, it's strange. What I dreamed last night's been making me upset.
What was your dream all about?
A vine in the Pharaoh's garden. There were 3 branches on it, with flower buds on them which burst into bloom. Right before my eyes, the flower clusters turned into ripe grapes. The Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, so I took some grapes and pressed the juice into the cup. Then I presented it to the Pharaoh. I wish I knew what it means, but there's no one here to interpret it.
I can interpret your dream for you, Gomer.
You?
A span of 3 days is meant by 3 branches.
Oh.
Then what?
Pharaoh will summon you to come back to your job within 3 days. That's the reason you dreamed that you served him a drink. You'll be chief butler as always, and fill His Highness's cup as you dreamed.
Oh, great! Do you mean it? Within 3 days I'll be out of prison and back at work?
I had a strange dream last night myself. Yep. Maybe it means something great will also happen to me.
Yes, Eber. Tell it.
Joseph, figure my dream out if you can.
I'll try.
I had baked and I had 3 baskets on my head. The one on top was full of fresh bread I made for the Pharaoh's supper. Suddenly some birds came and landed in that basket and began to eat. Before I knew it, the Pharaoh's bread was all gone. Joseph, do you think it means the Pharaoh wants me back to bake for him since the birds ate up all his bread? Then what does it mean, if not that?
The 3 baskets on your head also signify 3 days. Within 3 days, you'll be... Heber, I can't.
What will happen to me? Speak up, what is it? Within 3 days, I'll what?
You'll be destroyed. You're going to be hung on a tree and you'll be devoured by the birds.
No. Oh. What are you talking about? You
dear.
got some nerve.
Oh, Eber, stop it!
Sorry, Heber. Interpretations belong to God.
Joseph's interpretations were correct. 3 days later, Eber was hanged and Gomer was released.
Gomer! Don't forget about me now. Try to help me get out of here. Don't forget to mention me to the Pharaoh as you promised. Please, Gomer.
All right, I will.
Ruffles? There's no such animal in the Pharaoh's palace. Now beat it! Go look for that creature down in the marketplace.
Sometimes the traders from the caravans have strange creatures for sale.
Where's the market? We should have a look, because Ruffles might be strange to some people.
It's a mile up that way.
Thanks! Let's go! Ruffles is for sale. She may get sold before we get there.
True.
Yeah, we gotta prevent that from happening.
We must get to the market before dark.
Uh-oh. Looks as if Gizmo's pressed the wrong button. They've gone 2 years forward in time.
Hey, why would it now be morning?
Want to look for Ruffles and solve this mystery later?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, back at the Pharaoh's palace.
Oh. Come in here, guardsman. I want you to make an announcement throughout the country.
Yes.
Order an assembly of all the wise men and the magicians. Quickly, guardsman.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Wise men and magicians, may I have your attention, please? You've been summoned by the Pharaoh to hear about a dream he had. You'll be expected to interpret it. If everyone is listening, we'll begin. Pharaoh was standing on the bank of the river. 7 fat cows came up out of the river. They fed on the grass in the meadow beside it. Then 7 thin cows came up after them. The 7 cows that were fat were eaten up by the ones that were thin.
Very strange.
Please be quiet, because I am not finished. The Pharaoh slept and then dreamed again. He dreamed he saw some grain. He observed 7 plump ears sprouting from the top of one stalk. But after them, 7 withered ears sprouted on the same stalk. After that, the good ones disappeared from sight, for the withered ears had swallowed them up. Quiet, please. Will those of you who've interpreted the dreams come forward?
But I can't be sure. What do you think?
What? Was no one here able to figure out what the dreams mean? It's hopeless.
Sir?
Huh?
Excuse me, but I know somebody who can interpret your dreams for you.
Well, who, Butler?
This man I should have mentioned before. You locked me in prison, remember, 2 years back? Potiphar's servant was in there with me.
One of my servants?
Yes, sir. I promised to tell the Pharaoh he was falsely accused. His name was Joseph.
What? Was it really?
Yes.
He's only a servant?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure he couldn't be wise enough to interpret dreams.
But, Your Highness, when Eber and I were in prison, we told him dreams and he knew their meanings. What's more, Joseph's interpretations of both dreams turned out to be correct.
You were put back in your job, but Eber was destroyed. That's what you mean?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. All right. We'll get him here and find out if he can do it. What are you waiting for, Captain? Bring Joseph here as soon as possible. Yes, sir. And verify Joseph's claims of innocence, Potiphar. Yes, sir. All the rest of you are dismissed now. Leave.
Pharaoh, the captain of the guard has arrived.
Kneel before the Pharaoh.
Yes, sir. Your Highness.
Your name is Joseph?
Yes, sir.
I've told him your dreams, Pharaoh, and he assured me he can give you their meanings. Splendid. Please explain them to me. Right away.
Yes, Your Highness. But what I will tell you comes not from myself, but the Lord.
From the Lord?
The 7 fat cows and the 7 ears of good grain signify that 7 years of great plenty are to happen now throughout the country. However, the withered ears and thin cows, they predict that following the 7 years of great plenty, we'll suffer for 7 years from famine and want.
What? Famine? Come on.
It is fixed by God, Pharaoh. He's shown you what he's going to do. Therefore, you must prepare for the years of famine immediately. Have all the surplus grain gathered up while it's still plentiful and put it away, where it'll be safe.
I see.
Furthermore, pick someone wise and careful to rule over this, with powers to match yours. Protecting your land depends upon him.
Joseph.
Why, Alva.
I've discovered the truth, Pharaoh. Joseph was innocent. My servant Alva has confessed to accusing him falsely.
Thank you.
I'm truly sorry, Joseph. I wish I'd never done it. Will you forgive me now? Please.
You were forced to do it by Potiphar's wife.
Not really.
I forgive you, Alva.
Joseph, I'm at fault. You must despise me for the way I misjudged you then. Nothing would make me happier than to have you come back and work for us again. What? Potiphar, wait.
Huh?
Inasmuch as the Spirit of God is with you, and has shown you all this, there could be no one wiser than you. You're the man I want. Your word shall be law throughout my country. I name you governor, Joseph. Oh! Hereby I set you over my house and all the land of Egypt, Joseph. Here.
Hey, Joseph. You've got to obey the Pharaoh's wish.
Wait, please. Forgive me, sir, but Potiphar deserves this job.
No, you're the one who's best for it, not myself. But come, Joseph, I mean Governor, it's time for you to begin your travels all over the land.
Shall I?
Go at once. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Save Egypt from perishing.
I will, with God's help.
I'm tired. We've been looking for Ruffles so long.
Let us stop, Master. You must need sleep.
Yeah, we better find a motel.
Who knows where one is?
Hey, that man looks like he might. Let's ask him. Wait, mister!
Hey, Pharaoh! By the Pharaoh's command, everybody has to bow down before this man. Since he interpreted the Pharaoh's dreams, he made him the governor.
Wow.
Move on!
Wished you'd figured mine out. Next time I dream, I'll ask him.
I tried.
Yeah, but he must know all about dreams.
And that's how Joseph, who was betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery, became the governor of Egypt. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.